Hi, welcome to the video. My name's Dychronic, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Destiny 2 weekly reset for January 18th, 2022. The only special thing going on this week is going to be double ordeal rewards. So if you want to get double the chance of getting hung jury or the rocket launcher, or you want to do the corrupted, whatever you want to do, you have double rewards, you can get ascended shards, everything. Unfortunately, it's the corrupted, so a bit of a longer, slightly harder strike. And since we're already here for the ordeal reward stuff, it's the corrupted, and 100k probably could do legend, may even be able to do hero. It's a very high scoring nightfall. The vanguard burn is going to be solar sage. The rotating crucible playlist is going to be mayhem. Moving on to Europa for the empire hunt, we have the warrior, which is not a bad one. The simulation is going to be agility, the inside outside one with the cubes. The DSC raid challenge is going to be copies of copies, taking place in the second major encounter, and in this encounter, do not flush any of the debuffs out of the airlock, so just hold on to them and kill the boss as fast as you can. For the Vault of Glass challenge, we have the only oracle for you, taking place in the second major encounter of the raid, and in this encounter, you're only allowed to destroy the same oracle once per person. So if you're at L3 and you shoot that one, then you rotate to the next one. There's a special strategy, look it up online. And in case you're wondering, this week it's gonna be the sniper rifle for the time loss weapon. Up next, let's take a look at Eververse's inventory. Oh, he looks so cute with his hat. Sorry. First up, obviously, make sure you get your bright dust. If you have the thing to get bright dust, that's a low poly image. What is that? Beyond that, we have some bright dust options. We have the B-ball hero, which just looks like a globetrotter thing from the little image here. Ancient wisdom passed from the golden age suggests that the ball itself is life. I wonder if the Globetrotters ever said that. Moving on to the other one. Oh, hello. An emote that's probably pretty straightforward. We have a transmit effect that looks like bacteria, and then of course we have the burnished reed, which not that bad actually. Has the green, the black, and the gold, which can make your weapons look very much like a head of broccoli. Moving on to the other bright dust section. Ooh, yes. The other bright dust section. We have a 30th anniversary. I like that, which is I'm looking at the emote thing over here, and there's a lot of symbols that come out of here. But I guess, yeah, you can stop the emote, put the phone away. Okay, not that special. We have the magnetic attitude, which just explodes fireworks right at your armpits, if you want to have that happen. We have the almost mighty shell, which looks like the almighty, but just kind of taped on with rulers. I always thought this was a fun one. We have the Atlas Hauler, which looks like that. Wait, hold on a second. That one has some like black exhaust coming out the back. After that, the Viper. Looks like that. We have an ornament for the Dead Man's Tail, although I personally like the one with the ribbon on it, although this one is somewhat like Halo-like, I think. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I think it is Halo-like. It's the Commando. Okay, yeah, no, I get this one. I'm like, my brain said Halo, but I don't know why. We have the Ghost Projection. We have more transmat effects like a Harpy, transmat effects like the Nightmare, transmat effects like the Reflections, which is actually pretty cool. And of course, one of my favorite options here today, we have Jacarina, which is one of my favorite shaders of all time. Not a great representation, but hold on, let me show you. It's really good. It's really good. Okay, so this is a better demonstration. Jacarina has this black matte, and that has some silver and white, and then there's this randomly, there's blue. There's no blue in this demonstration, but there's this light blue, and it comes up in little pieces and is very powerful. Again, Titans shade a little bit differently because they have very non-variable materials on them, but sometimes there's blue on the armor as well. After that, we have the Chalco's Finery. I don't really know what to use. We have the Growth. We have the Midnight Talons, which used to be the old finely darkened gold, which actually looks pretty nice on weapons still, depending on the materials. But obviously, again, the Titans have a lot of metals on them, so they look very shiny. And of course, let's take a look at Banshee's inventory. First up, we have the Whispering Slab, which is firmly planted swashbuckler, which you can definitely do better. I personally like the Archer's tempo, but having accuracy and the other parts are not that bad. Keep in mind that if you don't have a kinetic bow, this is actually a really good kinetic bow. Shoots quite quickly, the accuracy is not that bad, especially if you spec into it. And firmly planted is definitely more underrated than you may realize. Following that, we have the Seven Seraph Officer Revolver, which actually does have time payload. I'm personally a huge fan of any explosive kind of round because it always makes the better weapon. The only big problem is the magazine is still very, very small. After that, we have the Wishbringer, which I don't think this is a great combo on it. There's definitely some better options. We have the Eternal Blazon. Slice Shot's kill clip is actually not bad with some range and interesting perks. Probably one of the better versions of this weapon. After that, the Bad Omens, which is auto-loading cluster bombs. It does not have impact casing, but this is a really good combo. If you don't have a decent rocket launcher, this is probably good enough. And it also has quick launch, which is good too. And finally, the Crown Splitter, which is flash counter plus energy transfer, not really what you're looking for. I think it has Vorpal plus Relentless, which is much better. I wonder what happened to Happy Meal V1. Like, what happened to V1? And of course, if you haven't seen it already, I do live stream after a lot of these videos. All the times can be seen on screen right now, oftentimes streaming Destiny 2 and oftentimes on YouTube. Come check it out. We often have a lot of fun. Often. How often do I say often? And of course, a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, a big thank you to Mom and Dad, Christian Thompson, Dr. Strange, Kelly Allen, Monday, Steve Buckness, Raymond, Shonen, and Panther, Casey Reagan for the support on Patreon. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.